October full hunter's moon, harvest moon, blood moon, and winter full moon, known to many according to ethnic, religion, and spiritual practices. The early Native Americans did not record time by using months of the Julian or Gregorian calendar. Many tribes kept track of the time by observing the seasons and lunar months, although there was much variability. For some tribes, the year contained 4 seasons and started at a certain season, such as spring or fall. Others counted 5 seasons to a year. Some tribes defined a year with 12 months, while others assigned it 13. Certain tribes that used the lunar calendar added an extra moon every few years to keep it in sync with the seasons. Each tribe that did name the full moons and or the lunar moons or the lunar months had its own naming preferences. Some would call it the harvest moon, some the full hunter's moon. Some would use 12 names for the year, while others might use 5, 6, or 7. Also, certain names might change the next year. A full moon name used by one tribe may differ from another tribe for the same time or the same period, or maybe the same name but represent a different time period. The name itself was often a description relating to a particular activity or event that usually occurred during that time in their location. Colonial Americans adopted some of the Native American full moon names and applied them to their own calendar system, primarily Julian and later Gregorian. Since the Gregorian calendar is the system that many North Americans use today, that is how we represent or present the list of moon names. As a frame of reference, the Native American names have been listed by the month in the Gregorian calendar, to which they are mostly closely associated. The full moon names we use in the almanac come from the Algonquin tribes who lived in the regions from New England to Lake Superior. They are the names the colonial Americans adopted and adapted to the most. Now, winter full moon, another name, also known as the winter flip. The full moon in October was known to the Anglo-Saxons as winter flip and herald the beginning of the dark half of the year. The filling means to fill, appropriate for the end of the agricultural year of the northern regions, and the filling up of the land with the new season. Today, the liminal nature of the winter flip is celebrated with divinations and Halloween traditions. Love divinations have been particularly popular both in England and the United States. The Dumb Supper was a method of love divination once practiced by young women in the Ozarks. During the ritual supper, participants expect to see visions of men whom they would eventually marry. Many pagans have reclaimed the Dumb Supper as a way to commune with one's ancestor. Here, the word dumb means mute. To hold a dumb supper, invite your guests to bring dishes reminding them of their ancestors and share the reason why. Then open your front door and welcome the ancestors. At this point, nobody should speak. People then eat together in silence. As you eat, listen for the words and the comfort of your ancestors. When everyone is finished, end the silence by saying, "The supper is ended." So just a little information on October's full moon. How do you define it? And what do you call it?